Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. If you have not subscribed, click on the subscription button down below, guys. Your subscription matters a lot to me. Please help my community, help this community to grow, and I really appreciate as you get subscribed to my channel. So into today's video is a story time. I have my friend with me and we're going to be sharing about our love story, talking about our love story, how we met our husband, and if time permits, we're going to discuss, also talk about, you know, how God confirmed to us. And I hope you enjoy this video, guys. So she's going to introduce herself to you. And so
hi guys.
Oh man, on top my video. I just want to
And there's a lot of work to do. I guess I don't know because we do a lot of work.
No, it's okay now. Yeah. It's okay. Her name is Ifeoluwa. Let me leave her to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Ife, and I'm trained.
Why are you looking at me? Stop your. Oh, I said her name already. Well, still go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Ife Oluwapo to be precise, and I'm a mother of two. I'm a trained counselor, or
yeah.
And
yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And if you've not subscribed to my first channel, kindly press the subscription button. Thank you.
Yeah. So she's been married for I think 5 years.
Going to 6 years.
Going to 6 years. Wow.
Yeah.
6 years in December, right?
Yes.
You've really gone a long way anyway, because you know, some people married. Well, sometimes it's not about the number of years, but you know, how quality the years has been in marriage that matters. And really, I can tell you that we are friends, we are close, but at the same time, you know, you guys are inspiration to myself and my husband. I'm not, you know, I usually say this to you, not because we're in front of the screen. No. We see a lot of things in you guys, and we appreciate how your relationship is and how you guys are building your family. Are you Terry?
No.
Okay. But really, sincerely, you guys have been, you know, inspiration to us, especially when we see, you know, godly marriages and stories that most of the time the stories we hear about marriages are bad stories, stories of domestic abuse and all that. And you know, people don't really talk about how some people too are people like us. Not like I'm saying we have a perfect marriage, but of course every relationship will have its own ups and downs. And you know, there are also people that are, you know, happy in their marriage, and marriage as in like the marriage is working for them. And so I think it's also good that you know, we talk more about marriages that are that are doing well, not the bad stories that, you know, people hear all the time. And should I start with you, or should I share a bit of my own story?
Yeah,
okay. So I think it was in 2010 thereabout, and I was still in the university then. And so in the university where I attended, the fellowship that I attended while in the university, so we normally hold this annual concert, like an annual concert for my fellowship campus. And it was in 2010. I met my husband first time 2010, and it was in we attended different universities. So the fellowship I attended while in school, we normally hold like a concert in the fellowship, and whenever we hold a concert, we invite other campus fellowship to come and also, you know, present, like sing, like other choristers from other campus fellowship of the same fellowship but in other campuses. And so that was how I met my husband. He happened to attend another university, but we're also attending the same campus fellowship, but he was attending a different university. And so they came to, you know, to sing and sing point for me. And when I met him, there was really, I think I was in my 3rd year in the university, 2010. There was really like, there was nothing, there was no connection, like nothing ever dropped to my mind. It was just like normal. We met other people as well. It wasn't the only one that came, but, and after the fellow, no, I think the times we're having rehearsals, those were other times that we would also meet, like come across each other.
So you guys kind of sang together?
Yeah, we sang together. Yeah, we sang together. And so when they came, because with other campus fellowships, so we're rehearsing together.
We call it like a very big choir.
No, not a, yeah. Should I? No, I think it was
other campuses coming together.
Yeah, we now became like a very big choir.
Yeah,
and so that was the meeting point. That was the meeting point. Nothing ever happened. There was no connection, as we said. And remember, that was when we first met. And
were you guys exchanging pleasantries though?
Yeah, we exchanged pleasantries. We exchanged pleasantries like just like every other person. Later on, when my husband proposed to me, it was later on don't let me go into the story first. After we finished the concert and they had to go back, so I remember before they went back and we exchanged numbers, he asked for my number, but there was no, I never knew anything was going to happen. I never had any attraction, you understand. We just exchanged numbers, like I would also exchange with other people, like just to keep in contact. But there was one thing I noticed all through those periods, was that my husband would always keep in touch. But even while he was still keeping in touch, I never, yeah, so he would always keep in touch, but it never still crossed my mind like this was the person I was going to marry. Like, but I noticed he was always keeping in touch. I was always keeping in touch. And so share your bit of story too.
My story is quite a funny one. I met my husband through a mutual friend, and it kind of happened. I was one of the campuses I was going. Well. Yes,
you attended the same.
Yes, we attended
the same university.
Yeah,
but different departments, right?
Yes, different departments. He was in a department with this mutual friend of ours, and I remember going on the night. I was going to class to read, and then I kind of met him and my mutual friend.
Okay, your mutual friend back in a female or male?
A male.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he introduced us, and one thing that kind of got me attracted, not attracted, but kind of.
Okay, so that means the time that you met for the first time, you were attracted to him?
No, not attracted. One of the things that I kind of that struck me that got me kind of interested in him. Interested
that first time?
Yeah, when I mean interested, I mean like, wow, this is how would I put it now? Not attraction,
like you're interested in him.
Yeah, not romantically, but
I know.
Just like you
like the person.
Yeah, like wow, this kind of motivates me. I kind of like. So he was I was doing very well in his academics, and then I was having a bit of challenge in my academics. And when I heard it was one of the best in his class, I was like, I was really marveled.
Wow.
But the
best in his class.
Yeah, one of the best. So, but the thing is, his face never struck. I just kind of have a memory of his name, but I remember afterwards when we met, like, because when we met, he just called my name, and I'm like, sorry, do I know you? And then I gave him the face like, sorry, do I know you?
You didn't remember his face?
Yeah, his face didn't. It didn't strike. Yeah, I didn't like have a memory of his face. I just have a memory of his name, and then the fact that he was the best in his class. Okay. One of the best in his class. So then he calls my name, and I'm like, I give him a face like, I don't know you. Who are you? And then tells me, he calls the mutual friend's name. Says she's friend. I'm like, oh, hello, how are you? And that was it. Then, so it's not like we stood to talk, no. Then the second time we really met was
sorry to cut you short. Like, so what? So in short, you guys met and like you started becoming close?
No, we
not
didn't.
At that point.
No,
not at that point. So at what point did you start coming close?
Yeah,
like
so
getting personal. I mean, talk more, have more time for each other.
So afterwards, I kind of saw him during his convocation. I just kind of saw him passing in passing, like I just
convocation. That was
when he was convocated, and I saw him passing by, and I was like, oh. Then he calls my name again, and then told me, but this time around his face kind of stuck, and I was like, I was just first class. Did you come out with your first class? I said yes. I'm like, oh my god. And I gave him
you came out with the first class?
Yeah, I gave him a hug. And then initially it was like, then later I found out I was the only female person that ever gave me a hug.
Okay.
Like I was the first female to give him a hug. But that was later on. Then we didn't exchange number. There was another time again. Then when this really started was when he came to visit this mutual friend of ours. And then this mutual friend of ours brought him to our house because we
Sorry. So this so when he graduated, you were still in school, right?
Yes, I was still in school. Yeah,
you were still in school. So after which he left the campus, and so what was the meeting point again after?
Yeah.
And did he propose before he left school?
No, we were just we still never kept in touch. We're just like acquaintances.
Okay.
The only person keeping us in touch was his mutual friend.
Oh, okay. Like was it between you guys? Like that was connection between you.
Yeah, but it's not like I kind of asked him how is he.
Okay.
Because I don't really kind of talk to him like that. We're not friends.
Okay.
And then he came to visit this mutual friend of ours, and then
that was home.
Yes, at home.
At home. Yeah.
While they were waiting to get saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To go for NYSC.
Yeah. That's what
the National Youth Service.
Yeah, we do that in Nigeria.
Yeah, after our university we do that 1 year compulsory national service. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he came around and I went to greet this mutual friend of mine, and then I saw him. I was like, how are you? How have you been? Yes. And then prior to that time, I told my mom that there was this young guy that
you met.
Yes, that is just an inspiration. He came out with the first class. Nothing romantic, nothing.
Yeah, he just like kind of motivates you.
Yes.
Because of his because he's brilliant.
Yes. Yeah. So I told him, when I saw him, I was like, my mom would really like to meet you, because my mom was actually fascinated with the fact that there was this guy.
Then your mutual friend was your neighbor.
Yeah, we live so close to each other.
Oh, okay.
So he came around.
So he now came around. Oh, okay.
So Louis came around with this mutual, that's Louis, my husband, came around with this mutual friend.
Okay.
His name is Shay.
Okay.
So Louis and Shay came to my house, and my mom saw him, and they connected him. I mean, Louis and my mom.
Okay.
They connected. My mom kind of spoke with him, and then there was this connection between them. So we lost touch afterwards.
Okay.
We were kind of, then we exchanged contact, we were talking hello. But what really made us more close was the fact that when I needed someone to pray with, and I think my mutual
sorry now. So when I don't understand. Okay, when you now needed someone to pray with, like, but you exchange numbers. Yeah. So you were communicating. Was he calling you? He was always calling.
I really can't remember. It was just like maybe once in a while we send texts.
Okay, so when you now needed someone to pray with, like, how did it cross your mind that you?
No, I did. So myself and this mutual friend were so close. Myself and the mutual friend,
other guy, yeah,
we're quite close. So this guy understood what I was my challenges in school.
Oh, okay.
So we're praying together, and then he told me that that is it okay for him to send my to ask this guy, that's this Louis, to pray with me because he's
Papa became husband.
So it was like that because he had people he mentored when he was in school. He had people he helped to build up their CGPA then.
Oh, okay.
So he gave me a ring, and then he rang me, and then he kind of told me that I hope he didn't mind. I just had he wanted to pray with me and help me see how I could make my CGPA move forward. Okay. So that was how the connection
started.
So then we started talking more.
Okay.
From talking more, we're not talking about marriage or
you were not.
No, we're just talking more about my academics.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so for me, I think after we graduated, so long story cut short, so we met at university, different university, as I've said. So after we graduated, I think another time before we graduated again, we met at another program in Ibadan. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we met, and so there was this guy, because it was not really like a long time after the first time that we met, but because someone you've never met in your life, if you meet for the first time, the next maybe few months after, you may not kind of remember the person, like it happened in your own story. And so after we met about a year after at another program, and he walked up to me and he was like, remember we're now communicating on phone, but once in a blue moon, not like always communicating. And so when we now met again, it was like so I couldn't remember his face again. Was this the guy I met then, or is this guy that normally call me? You know, when you're trying to figure out that, just to remember his face. And so before we finished this other program, and he just walked up to me, oh, please can I have a word with you? I said, yeah, fine. And so we sat again, and he was like, oh, do you remember I was the guy you met? Oh, I said, you the one always calling me. Oh. Can you imagine? And so that was how we met again the second time. And so he confirmed my number again, that is this your number, and he still kept keeping in touch. And so after I graduated ending of 2010 stroke early 2011, so we went for NYSC. So we went for NYSC, and after we went for NYSC, yeah, we were still communicating. We were still communicating, but nothing still occurred that it was I still never had any impression that I was going to marry him. We were still communicating. So back to you. So after he started calling you, we got to the point now started calling you to encourage you, to help you build your GP and the like. So now what happened again? So
we still kept in touch, but I think I kind of remember I kind of built a relationship with him whereby I could call him. So there was this day I knew his number was not going through. Okay. And then I was reading, and then I sent a text. All of a sudden his number rang. I sent him a text, and then the message delivered. And I rang, and then it went through. He called back, and he was like, sorry, what is this? He kind of, I was like, oh my god, this is Ife. I introduced myself. I was like, oh, we're so sorry that he lost his phone, and then blah blah blah. So we built our we built the relationship back again, so talking more. But our conversations basically was still built on how I could
build your GP,
my CGP, yes. So
nothing personal, nothing personal.
Yeah. But I remember at the fact that we were getting close, I could easily tell him.
You became more free to him?
Yes, I was very free with him, so I felt I could discuss everything with him. And I remember when there was a time when I needed to go to school, and I went.
So at that time, has he started working like?
Yes, he was 7, and
okay, he was still 7. Right? Sorry,
he was still 7. Yes.
Okay.
He served, and then.
So when did you start to know that he was meant for you?
That's still a long way. Because
thank you guys. We'll stop here. I think we need to have a part 2 of this story. We don't want it too long. Of course, as a single person, you have people coming to want to marry you, asking you out, and and as a child, of course, you want to be sure, you don't want to make mistake, and you want to be sure this is the person God actually wants you to settle down with, and you want that confirmation. So next time we're going to talk about how you got that confirmation, how you had that peace about him, and you finally decided to settle for him. And so thank you guys. We'll stop here. See you in my next video.